3, 2, 1.
Now, if you're ready, we will begin.
Welcome to the Marla and Dave radio show. This is reality radio with a couple that keeps it real. Current events, pop culture, music, relationships, fitness, the hot topics of the day. Marla and Dave Thomas. This is the Marla and Dave radio show. Real radio. Turn up!
Welcome to the Marla and Dave show. Yes, Marla premature as usual. Lately, she's just out of control.
I'm premature?
Yeah, isn't that hard to believe?
You know, here's the thing, Dave.
I gotta go to the doctor. See what's going on here?
I have to say this, that your real problem is that you're actually such a kind, gentle guy. You gave away your tip last week. That I too am now watching Tony's fingers. We're all looking at Tony's fingers.
Yeah, and it didn't even work. It didn't even work. Anyway, welcome to the show. Today's
a good day.
It's all about the guys today.
Today, first of all, I want to say that no one here, despite that we have former athletes among us, current athletes, even Adrian, who may not be actively lifting weights at the moment. Hold on.
I have to defend Adrian. He's your star athlete.
Yeah, you stopped me. I was going to say,
He's a loser.
Don't
get me wrong.
Don't let Adrian.
But he's a star athlete on your team.
Let me tell you, he is. And Adrian, I want to look in the camera. And when our kickball games begin, Adrian, you are a star in my heart, and you are a star on the field. Despite the fact that your biceps are bulging, you are a star. Anyway, let's get to the mood music for today. Hey, go ahead, Tony.
It's raining men. Hallelujah.
Don't be mad.
Amen. It's raining men. Hallelujah.
I don't know about hallelujah, but Tony, hit me. Yeah, son. What?
Where did that come from and why?
What? What's my name? Ain't nobody bad like me.
See? Oh, that's right.
I like this.
What's that spell?
One hand. We do it with one hand.
No, okay.
Anyway,
I got to be big
fellas
today.
are cool today. We're going to hold it down.
Well, this is the thing. In the recent past, we actually welcomed several single ladies onto our show because we wanted the world to kind of hear in the single dating world what they're actually looking for. Because I hear a lot of complaining on both sides of the aisle. And so I felt like, you know what? If we did ladies' night, then we had to do guys' night out. They're not boys, they're men.
I was about to say, why are ladies, women, and the guys are boys?
That was whack on my part. I
Thank
fixed
you.
myself immediately.
Thank
So
you.
here's the thing. I just never wanted to be said here on the Marla and Dave show that Marla and Dave, Tony, are not equal opportunity hosts. Okay? So we had the ladies, and today we invited 3 single men. We've got Adrian here. We've got Dionte here. We've got Sam here. 3 different stories, 3 different walks of life. But the one thing they have in common is they're all dogs. No, I'm just kidding. I made that up.
Wow.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
I'm pretty sure they're not even mad about it.
Adrian's looking confused. They'll be able to.
Well, he's been knowing you for a while now.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm pretty sure he's not confused. Anyway,
I'm actually not even here to joke and punk on Adrian today because he takes it so well.
Anyone can call in, not just the ladies. Call us at 323-284-7826. We're going to have a great show today. We want to remind you of our charity, and I'm sorry I didn't remind you last week. The charity is Access Virginia. Marla, what's Access Virginia?
Access Virginia is an organization that's moving to bring closed caption to live theater in the Virginia area so everyone can get an opportunity. So basically, they're installing a device that allows you to read. For people who are hearing impaired, you can actually read, large fonts, much like they might find on your big A iPhone. Anyway,
Don't hate.
That's what you can do. Please, by all means, go to www.marlanddave.com. All the information you need. We encourage you to give. Marla and Dave are all about charity. Right on the front page of the Marla and Dave website. We'll be right back, and let's just get right to it.
You're listening to the Marla and Dave radio show on the Universal Broadcast Network. Current events, pop culture, the hot topics of the day. It's time for Mad News on the Marla and Dave radio show. Ladies and gentlemen, Marla and Dave.
Dave's looking at me like Marla. So Marla will take this
Yeah,
right
Marla,
over.
you go right ahead because I'm a little upset.
Are you mad about it?
Yeah, I'm mad about it. Go
Well,
ahead.
it doesn't matter. You were traveling. I don't even know if you know about it. Do you know about
I
it?
do know about it.
All right. For everybody else who may be wondering what are Marla and
What are
Dave
we talking about?
We're talking about our mad news story. So everybody knows that just a couple of days ago that the Oscar nominations were announced, and everyone blew up into a storm because they were the accusation is that for the first time in 17 years there was zero diversity in their actor nominations, period. So should people be mad is really what I'm asking.
Well, let me just add this. This is where Hollywood hypocrisy is at its height. And I'm going to tell you this, it's at its highest point. The studio that put out Denzel's last movie, when everybody was getting hacked, they had to apologize because they were like, well, Denzel, we were not sure if we're going to back his next movie because he wasn't going to make that much money overseas as some of these other stars make. And the real bottom line is Hollywood is all left-wing. They lean way to the left when it comes to political things and speaking out. When it comes to financing movies and putting out different things like that for people of color, they're just as right as everybody
But
else.
we're not voting.
It's all green.
The
It goes completely green.
The Academy's
and
not-
it doesn't matter left or right.
They're
It's
not
all
voting
green.
on what happens in the background. And my thing is, are we ever going to get to the point where we want it to strictly be about talent? That's really the question. Is it a talent issue? Was it qualified? Or is it just a race card?
Well, that's mad news.
This ain't your mama's radio show. Can you handle the truth? Then get ready for a real radio experience. Ladies and gentlemen, Marla and Dave.
Right quick before we get started, one of the questions I want to ask our audience, call in and give us your opinion. And you can call these gentlemen. If they say something that in the next course of this hour that just makes you pissed off, just call them up and just tell them straight to their face, I got your back, ladies. Okay? You can talk directly to them. But in the meantime, a lot of my friends are always discussing who's got the advantage between being single and being able to have the field at your behest or your beck and call. Do single men really have a dating advantage is the question. 323-284-7826. Let's get right to it. I'm going to start on the corner. Introducing, coming in at 180 lean pounds, Mr. Adrian
Is that
Pitts.
a bad thing? Yeah.
Lean is good.
I was about to say, is that a bad thing?
No, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So, Adrian, welcome to the Marla and Dave show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
You're here because you don't have a particular woman, or you're not married. You're single.
He's a bachelor. He's single.
I'm single.
Thank you.
You're single.
We don't have to
well,
go
let's
all-
we'll define what single is. What is single? If you were in a committed relationship with one person, would you say that you were not single?
I would say I'm not single
Okay.
because I'm in a committed relationship.
So single just means that there could be people that you're just dating around, but you're not no one that you've claimed as your monogamous own.
Correct.
Okay. So you're single. Have you ever been married?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Kids?
Yes, 15-year-old.
Okay. All right. So we hold that thought because I want to give people, or anything else you want to say about yourself as a single man. I want to give
Do I
you.
need to lean over and talk to my client and say, don't say anything?
Yeah, I'm kind of.
I'm gonna put my hand over hand over his mic. Just.
No, because I don't want to introduce Adrian my way. I want to introduce him. I want him to introduce himself. So
You're pretty accurate. You know.
you have a job.
Yes, I have a job.
Okay. So you're a productive.
He's an
earning
eligible bachelor.
member of society.
There you go.
Yes. If
Very,
you're
yes.
broke, you're not eligible. Okay, Dionte.
Because men can't date when they're broke. But
What-
very hard to do.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay, so Dionte, and Adrian, do you mind telling me? Can you say your age? Does that
No,
bother
I'm
you?
44.
Okay, so Adrian's 44. Dionte, hit us. You are single,
Yes, I'm single.
and how old are you?
I am 30.
And have you ever been married?
Yes, one time.
Oh, so you are a divorcee. This makes that's a very interesting conversation we're gonna have. Sam's looking nervous. Don't get nervous, Sam.
Deontay, don't get nervous of Marla. She's kind of intense. Just take it easy.
I'm taking it in.
I'm gonna rep
here.
all my clients here today.
Got you.
You guys are cool.
Dave,
Just
you are-
relax.
David,
Just relax.
David, have you been paid a retainer? Because I'm gonna take half of that. You should.
Yeah. See.
See, that's that marriage thing. That's that marriage thing
See?
right there. I'll take half. Wait.
See, she's a bully. I admit it. But go ahead.
Okay, so again, so you agree your definition of single, same?
Yes.
So to me, I mean, is there anybody here between the two of you, since I haven't talked to Sam yet, that feels like that once? To me, single is all the way up until almost it's like fiance material. Like we've decided it's just gonna be me and you. And other than that, then it doesn't mean that I'm reckless. But anyway, that's my definition of single.
Respectful.
Yeah. Sam, age?
28.
Here, just bring it up close to. You see, right? Let me teach you. We hold it like this.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Okay. So you're good.
Wow.
So 28
28.
and single.
Single.
Never been married.
Never been married.
Is anybody here in an actual relationship? Can you say you're in a relationship?
No.
Dave? Good job, Dave.
Yeah,
Dave is in a relationship. All right, well.
No, well, see, Marlon, there's a difference between single and unmarried or married. You know what I'm saying? To
Well,
me,
well, that I
to
agree.
me, what Adrian was saying is that he is single because he's not in a committed relationship. When you're in a committed relationship, that doesn't mean you're married.
But what I'm also saying to you is, Dave, that I think, and
that proves he's not a dog.
well, Dave, what did you actually study a law book before you came in here so you could defend
I
these
told you I was going to have
these
to
men?
rep. I told you I was going to have to rep.
So let me ask all three of you guys a question. I ask a question to the audience, and now I'm asking you: do you think that you have an advantage as far as what you have available to you as a single man? Who's got the advantage? The three of you go into a club. Is it her choice to be chosen, or is it your choice to choose? Do you think that who's got the greater advantage?
It depends. If he's wearing a tank top, I'm out.
What about my tank top?
We're conservative.
I don't want him. He's got the tank top on. Well, because this is one of the conversations, by the way, that is spoken of a lot with the single women that are around me. That, that men, they feel like the guys have more of an advantage.
I want the
than
guys
they do.
to answer because my answer is quite simple. I think that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Really?
Women always have the advantage, unless I'm a rapist,
Pretty much.
which I'm not. She always has the advantage.
I think it's about options. I think it's about
She just doesn't know it.
who you are as a man.
She just doesn't know that she has the advantage.
What do you think?
I'll say this though, the few times I go out by myself and sit at a bar, have a drink, always usually meet somebody. Girls will come and approach me versus I know if a girl try to do that, might be a little different. They might feel a little shark in the tank. Guys trying to approach her. So on that, I think we have an advantage as far as that.
So would you rather be
Sam, so you think that the guys
See?
have an advantage? Now, I'll put it to you this way.
Boom.
The reason why I say the girl has an advantage, and Sam, Dionte, Adrian, you guys can speak to this, is because she's going to come to you. She has the choice to either follow through or not. If you say, man, I really want to, follow through with this, she still has a choice. That's not your choice. She
But
just
we're not
doesn't know
talking
that
about
she has the
sleeping with her.
advantage.
I'm just saying the
Oh, we're
whole
not?
the
Duh,
field.
then why are we going out? I'm just joking.
Why about these Roscoe's?
Okay, you're fired. You're fired, Dave. You
I'm
can't
just
be the
playing.
manager. You're no longer. I mean, their agent. You're no longer biased.
I'm just playing.
No. So would you rather, guys? Would you rather be? He brought up a good point, which was a question I was going to ask you. Would you rather be pursued or would you rather be the pursuer? What really works for you best? One at a time.
Well, going back to your original question.
Yes.
I think the men have an advantage because it's a lot of women out there. Not that many good men out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when we meet a woman, the numbers are kind of skewed. Some women like to give men a hard time, but I haven't gone to a club without seeing 3 to 4 to 1 women to men. So we have an advantage. Really, if you know how to play it, if you respect yourself.
So a good man has the advantage as far as numbers are concerned, is what
Correct.
you're saying.
And
Okay.
so we can choose because, if you tell me mention 10 single women, I can name them. 10 single guys, I'm like, okay, these 3. And I really don't know. So I think that men, we definitely have the advantage. A lot of men don't know it, though.
Okay.
I think that men, we have the advantage starting out. We do. Because at the end of the day, most of the time it's men that are the ones that are approaching or going after who they feel they want to chase.
Okay. Do you guys have like ugly, broke, busted friends? Do you
see,
think that
these are
those guys have the advantage? Because you guys clearly are all attractive guys. You have a lot going on. You have your yes or no pick. But we're just talking about gender in general do you think?
To answer that question, what you were saying though is by saying about us, that's what we also have to deal with when we go out and we see women. There are groups of women that go out with busted looking friends because they are the prettiest out of that bunch. So they go out on purpose to be the one that gets all the attention, and all her friends are sitting back like, well, who's left? so it's, once again, that's our choice. You know what I mean? Meaning like, okay, well, no. Hey, how are you doing? You know?
Well,
So
see, that
it's
means,
give
so
and take picks and
do you
stuff.
prowl alone, or do you prowl, in
Oh
a pack?
no! Well, when you out with your boys, you know,
Yeah.
it's all about, we know what they say. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. Okay, does she have friends? So
That's
when
a
they-
saying? Wow, Dave, we're such dinosaurs. We're going to learn so much. Our kids
Yeah, well,
are
we
dumb.
didn't have to say it back in the day. It was just well understood.
Right, understood. Don't even discuss. But nowadays, you're out and about.
Say it again, though. It ain't no fun if your friend can't have none.
It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
Oh, my goodness.
So, if we see a beautiful woman or something, and of course she
I'm
got a
100.
couple of friends, we would expect her friends to at least be on the same stature of her, or almost.
So you
level with
expect
them.
for Sam. You expect for
We
single.
get it.
You
We
expect.
get it. Trust me, we get it from the girls when they look at us like, "Do you have any cuter friends?" And I'm like, "Whoa, this is not my friend. It's my cousin." And like they just completely shot him down from Jump Street. So
Well-
we get it from the females as well, though.
Well, when we
Do
come
you
back,
have
we
cute
want
friends?
when we come back, we want to talk about what's the biggest myth about single men. What's the biggest misconception?
And I also
that
want to
you think
know
people have
about your biggest pet
being
peeve
single?
about being single, about women. What bothers you most? Think about it. We'll be back.
Hey guys, listen up. Learn something. 26 years of marriage from two unique perspectives equals 52 years of relationship experience. It's time for Ask Marla and Dave. Answers to your questions about life, love, and relationship based on Marla and Dave's real life experience. It's about to get real. Ask Marla and Dave.
Okay, it's time for Ask Marla and Dave. Dave, I'll take the lead on this.
Okay.
Okay.
Duh.
Okay, you guys, only Dave is allowed to laugh right now. The single men, just peanut gallery. Come on. All right, here we go. So here's the question. Dear Marla and Dave, I've been in a serious relationship with someone for more than 8 years. 2 years ago, we got engaged, but he keeps making excuses every time that I want to sit down and set a concrete date. I love him with all my heart, and there's no indicator that he doesn't feel the same way about me. I want to be patient, but in the back of my mind, I feel that he is using this engagement as a placeholder. Should I give him an ultimatum? Thanks in advance for your best advice.
I would tell you this. Only give ultimatums if you're willing to follow through. If you're not willing to follow through, keep the gun in the bag.
And I also
the gun
want
in
to
the
say that what the thoughts that are in the back of your mind should be in the front of your mind, and you should be acting on them immediately. Here's the thing. To me, ask yourself, what's an engagement for? An engagement is actually just enough time to plan a wedding. So 2 years is, hey, I'm not really all the way sure, but for now, you're the front runner. So that's
Again-
what I say.
Again, if you don't want to pull the trigger, don't pull out the gun. When you pull it out, be prepared to pull
If
the
you
trigger.
pull it out, stick it. Never mind. Okay, so there's your.
We hope we answered your question.
There it is.
That's Ask Marla and Dave. Remember, you can reach us at www.marlaanddave.com. Call us here at the show, 323-284-7826. Back to the show.
Welcome back to the Marla and Dave radio show. Marla and Dave want to talk to you. Phone lines are open at 323-284-7826. 323-284-7826.
I'm very excited right now reading the chat room to find out that some of our Marla and Dave fans are not so smitten by the eye candy in the room that they didn't take the time to compliment my makeup job. Thank you, guys.
Wow.
No, anyway. Thank you for real. Thank you for the compliment. Questions there. It says, also, Dave, Sandra, really? We've got tennis
Well,
conversations
you're
going
reading,
on.
but tell us what you're reading.
We're reading about tennis conversations. We'll talk about the Australian Open when we get back. Right now, we got a question on the table. So, fellas, let's get right back to it. So we talked about, Dave, you had a question. My question is about your pet peeve, the one thing that just gets on your last absolute nerve right now about the behavior of single women as a single man. You got a pet peeve?
I think when girls are in groups and you might have a connection with one of them, the cock block. I think that's one of the big ones. So
We're still
One of
using
the-
the word cock. I'm glad to hear that.
ooh,
Keep
my
going.
bad, yeah.
I'm catching up on
You're
lingo.
glad to hear that you're
I'm
using
just
the word cunt?
Dave. I'm saying I'm glad to hear that there's something I can relate to. I'm lost in these
It's like
conversations.
Dave is still shocked after all these years.
Dionte he's throwing out phrases I've never heard of. I'm just saying. He said one word I can relate.
Okay. I'm sorry, Sam. I'm sorry.
Keep
Go ahead,
going, Sam.
I'm
The
sorry,
cock block.
No, I mean,
We're back at
I
that.
think another girl, even if it's her friend, might hate on her because of her own insecurity or something that's going on with her past relationships versus letting them do their thing and vibe and, get to know each other. So
All right. So you hate the girl that tries to step in and block. Dionte, what's a single woman behavior that's just on your nerves right now, man?
Liars. I just can't, I feel like every woman right now is full of lies.
Every
What do they
woman?
lie
Most
about,
of 'em.
Deontay? What are they lying about?
They're lying about that they went to college. They're lying about having jobs. They're lying about how they make their money. They're lying about what we meet a woman when we meet a woman, we're not meeting that woman. We're meeting a done up person, a version of what they could be.
You mean the avatar?
The avatar. There we
mean
go.
the avatar.
Perfect
Okay.
word, Dave. Thank you.
Okay.
But that's what we're meeting. And they get 100% of us. They see us.
Oh, come on.
From jump. This is all mine. All this hair is
Listen,
mine.
let me
There's
explain
no
something
tracks.
to you.
Is there closure?
Ain't no tracks.
No
ain't
Let me
no
tell you
zip top,
something,
ain't
Dionte.
nothing up here come
Let me
come
tell you
off or
something.
take off.
That might be yours, but you know what? I was not born with that, so I had to buy mine. I'm just trying to say. No, but anyway,
I get it.
first of all, I'm going to have to just completely vehemently disagree with you. I think that people in general are liars, and there are more liars now in this day and age, men and women. You may not be a liar, but if somebody's
Very
trying to
true,
put
I'm
their
not.
their best
Best
foot forward,
I'm not going to
then
be mad
they
at that.
misrepresent on a regular basis.
Misrepresentation of
Or
yourself,
exaggerate,
or exaggerating.
That's a misrepresentation.
But if those exaggerations and things are leading into serious stuff, and they'll a relationship, if you go into a relationship with somebody because of what they're telling you, but it may not be the truth. Once you find out, you're not, say a year went by, a year and a half, say a marriage went by, and you did not know things happened until 2 years, 3 years down the line. You're still going to have that spitefulness in you or resentment of why weren't you honest with me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why
Right.
weren't you honest with me?
But it's up to
And
you
let
to
me-
move
but,
on.
But you give me that. But the thing is, when you're lying to somebody about who you are or whatever, you're still understanding that you're going to have to be honest one day or another, or it's going to come out.
That's true.
But don't take my options away.
Well,
to make my
Deontay,
own
it sounds
decisions.
like you got some experience in that.
Oh, I do.
with that.
Oh, I
Because you
do.
sound a little bitter right
yeah,
now.
he's like,
Oh, no.
I'm like, okay,
I
Tony,
keep
lock
seeing
everything
it.
down.
That's why.
She gets him a what?
I had to give Tony the emergency exit eye. Like, these dudes are strong. You better lock junk down. He's holding.
Let's move on to Adrian.
Yeah, I wanna
Adrian,
know.
what?
Seeing that primarily date black women.
Oh, plug.
Okay. Well, no, I'm just being honest.
Okay.
I find that I have to wait. Okay. The Indians, no, but really and truly, I think that what I don't like is when women value their hair more than their bodies. It's like
That's
they
a
won't
good
go
one.
to the gym and take care of all this because they don't want to mess up this.
Ah.
So it's
And what are we looking for? What are you looking for as a single man? Do you care
Are you
about
looking,
the?
Dave? You want Adrian to help put
I
some
said
people
we
in?
to make him feel comfortable.
Okay.
I'm not really-
That's okay. You can look, Dave.
I didn't even pick
That was
up on
just to make him feel comfortable. Go ahead, Rachel. What are you looking for?
I just look.
Does
for
it
a good,
matter what
healthy-
what her hair is doing?
Not really. If she's healthy.
Really?
No. If she's healthy. wait. Hold. If she's healthy, I like natural. I'm just a natural type dude. My mother never wore makeup or anything like that.
But you wanted to spend some time getting together, or it doesn't matter at all.
It doesn't really matter. If you're
Okay.
naturally, I like
Okay,
naturally
ladies.
pretty people, and if you're a pretty girl, we're good.
Okay.
And I
I
heard,
woke
I
up
heard
like
what he
this.
said. I
Right.
woke up like this.
Right.
I'm flawless. Anyway, yeah. So but there was another question you have. I wanted to know
Well,
about the pet peeve, but you were asking them.
What do you think is the common misconception about a single guy?
Like I
What if
jokingly
the
called
girls
you all
already
dogs.
coming to the table thinking that a guy's all dogs, something like that?
Well, I think one misconception is when you're single, it's assumed that you're looking, and I'm just single. I'm just having a good time.
What's a good time?
Whatever, hanging out with y'all. No,
Okay.
playing kickball, going on vacation, just having a good time. I don't have to be. Being single isn't like I'm searching for something.
Right.
I'm actually good where I am.
Right.
And if you find someone that complete that park, cool. But if not, I'm not hard pressed.
Right. So there's no disparity.
Not at all.
There's a question that's being asked in the chat room to you guys, and it says,
The question is, do you have an age limit?
Yeah.
Do we date older than
Do you
yourself?
have an age limit,
or
i.e.
a
Cougar
younger,
Town?
Older or younger? Is there an age limit? You won't go to 80, 83. You don't want to go so young, old enough to bleed.
Right.
Sorry, that's just old country saying.
Hello, country.
That's old country saying. It's disgusting.
You got an age limit?
It's disgusting.
Tony?
I always like to keep an open mind, but I think 5 years either way, younger or older, is probably my range, I guess.
Okay.
Does that have to do with the future, though?
But what happens once you pass that 5-year range? That's an interesting question.
Is it realistic? If they're a little too young, are they mature yet for a
Right.
serious relationship? If they're a little too old,
Sagging too
Is
soon.
anybody here looking for a serious relationship? Seriously.
No, I just answered that question.
No, Sam said serious relationship.
Yeah,
so
but we're not.
But
We're
you said
just
You're
looking.
not.
Key
No,
word is
no.
looking.
I'm
but
just
he
saying-
might be open.
I'm not looking, but I'm ready. If it comes, I'm
Woo,
ready.
I like that.
Okay,
I like
Adrian.
You just
Adrian
kicked
got
him.
mad.
Adrian's like, I just told you.
Can I speak to you
that,
outside,
that,
Sam?
that aggression? Okay, you watch that. No, I'm just kidding.
But Sam's a trainer, and I've seen you in the gym, Sam, and you're working with some nice looking young ladies.
Don't put him on the spot. We know their names.
Is that kind of just your job etiquette that you have to act like you're not interested?
That you
or
have
do
to stretch her like
follow
this?
through? You're stretching them all out.
You have to
I
do
would have
that.
a hard
Is that-
time. I was like, wow.
For me, it's been ingrained in my head that don't mix business with pleasure. So I've never crossed that line.
I mean, you have to strap down when you come to work. Let's just keep it real.
Duct tape. Like football player.
No, I'm just playing, man. I'm making you blush. I'm sorry.
I have to strap down. Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say, let's keep it real.
The Cougars are out. They're
This
hunting.
is Southern
That's
California.
hilarious.
I seen the way they show up to the gym.
Yeah.
Cougars are hunting.
I couldn't be a trainer the way they show up in the gym. It's almost embarrassing.
Okay, so
But not for you though. None of your clients. None of Sam's clients.
So this is also very interesting because these are a lot of questions that I ask. So the three of you guys go out and you see somebody, a young lady in a bar, and you offer to buy her a drink. What do you expect for that? What comes along with the giving when it comes to single men towards single women? Expectations?
As long as she appreciates it and says thank you.
You don't want anything. You just
I mean-
appreciate. You don't offer everybody a drink. Why?
No. But if I'm attracted to someone, I offer them a drink and we have a little conversation. It's gonna go where it's meant to go anyway. So
Your new friends to your right hand side, they're shaking their heads. Dionte, you're not buying anybody anything, huh?
No, only my daughter.
Nice.
Adrian, are you free flowing down there, son?
I buy drinks. It's no big deal buying a woman a drink. But if I have to buy you a drink to get to know you, you're probably not my type anyway.
Will you accept a drink from her if she buys you a drink?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I will.
Well, when nobody gets out of here today without talking about how we deal with sex. So I know Sam's strapped down in the studio, so I'm not scared of him. That's a good thing. So as we get into this conversation, Sam can't hurt me, poke my eye out. I'm all good. I'm good over here.
Wow.
I can duck and weave.
Wow,
I
I'm
got
not even
this.
standing
I
here.
got this.
I'm not. Look, well, what is
Hey,
this? I'm not even
I
standing
just told
here.
you I was going to bob and weave away from it. Why are you upset?
We'll be right back.
It's time for the Marla and Dave Doghouse. Marla has something that should put Dave in the doghouse. Dave has something that should put Marla in the doghouse. You decide who gets a biscuit and who gets busted and ends up in the doghouse.
Okay, lately, past couple of
Come
weeks,
out, Dave.
I've just been going in the doghouse myself. But as the Aussie Open has rolled around, Marla belongs in the doghouse because she's a hater. Marla hates on Roger Federer, who is actually the best tennis player that has ever lived.
That's why I belong in the doghouse?
That's why you belong in the doghouse.
It's a game.
But whether it's a game or not, you just hate on him for no reason.
Okay, you know why?
It's like he's any other team but Dallas.
Okay. I want you to not do that right now. I'm really hot about the Dallas situation, and I'm already ready
See
to
what I
bust
mean?
Deonte
See what I mean?
in the head any
See what I
second with
mean?
this clock
See what I mean?
for being a Packers fan. But
See,
anyway,
that's the same kind of passion she brings against Roger
the reason
Federer.
that you belong
for
in
no
the,
reason.
The reason you belong in the doghouse, I'll use tennis. Dave is a hard head. Dave, put your head back, show him your dome. See that forehead? That forehead is actually a skin-covered rock. Dave doesn't listen. I told Dave, even back in the day, that Wawrinka, I said, Dave, Wawrinka's going to win the next major championship. He said, what? That's impossible. What happened, Dave, before Mercury retrograde? He won.
Can I just tell you
So
this?
Dave doesn't listen when it comes to
people,
directions.
People can win a tournament or two.
Dave doesn't.
Win as many as Roger.
Dave-
then we'll start talking some smack.
Dave doesn't.
That's why he's the greatest.
He's not listening
And
now.
you should not actually bet against him on a regular basis.
Eat the
It just
biscuit.
doesn't make sense.
Dave's not
Makes
listening.
no sense.
When Dave-
Marla deserves the doghouse.
Dave's in the doghouse.
I'm chewing the biscuit now.
I'm putting earmuffs on him.
Back
on
to
my
the
dog.
show.
What's the action?
You'll laugh. You'll learn. You'll learn. You'll get mad. Shut up. You'll get happy. But you won't be bored. This is the Marla and Dave radio show on the Universal Broadcast Network.
Is it unrealistic to ask if any of you guys would ever even consider waiting, even at this point, doing something in the way of chastity and just waiting until you have a wife? Look, Dionte said.
The world's shortest segment. No.
No, next.
Are there any hell no rules out there? Because I'm being educated on every show. So when it comes to this kind of stuff, what when you have in mind, first of all, is there a time limit that you think is fair to operate by when it comes to whether you are? Are we still saying smash? Whether you smash, is that not good?
Yeah, they're still saying that.
Adrian, see, I love it. This is why you need that little mature.
But let me just
Because
tell
Adrian's
you this.
disgusted
Let me
by
just
that.
tell-
Me
let me
too,
ju-
Adrian. I just,
I want to
before
jump
you
back
hit
right
it-
quick. I want to jump back right quick.
Before
I
you
think there's
stick
a
it-
difference because I know when I was younger, and single, when I would go to a club or anything like that, if I'm with my boys, I'm there to just have fun, hang out with the guys. If I'm actually trying to see what's going to happen tonight, I'm going alone.
Very true.
Yes.
I'm going alone to just
Right.
kind of sit off in the side and be in the
No,
cut
you
and
know,
see what happens.
I've been knowing you since you were 6 years old. You go with your friends, and then you say, "All right, fellas, I'm gonna catch up with you later."
Yeah,
That's what
you
you
leave.
do. But you don't go.
Keywords.
You leave.
He's explaining to you what that part is. I'm going out by myself. I'll see y'all later.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it right there.
So there's the rules of engagement. So you guys aren't. Is there ever a time that she's not respectable, but you say, you know what, I'm not gonna go here because I actually have more respect.
Can
for
I
you.
actually rephrase that question a little bit?
I'm talking to
Aren't
Adrian.
most women in the club not respectable these days?
Well, I don't want to say that because
It'll ruin your game.
every-
I
no.
can say that for you. hold on. This is my client.
I categorically deny.
He categorically denies that, but something like that. Go ahead.
Well, it's just every person, everything's different. And as far as rules, I've had really good relationships with women I smashed the first night or second date.
But you're not still together.
No, chances are I won't be together with anybody. I'm 44 years old. I've been single for a long time, and that's just how it ends. And I know that about myself.
So you just kind of
So-
sworn off the idea.
I'm just good. I mean,
No, it doesn't matter.
I'm not missing
Right.
anything.
But
I-
can somebody sweep you off your feet? You think it's possible?
Maybe.
You
I
do you?
guess.
If you don't have to worry about putting a ring on it. I'll keep your ring in my back pocket. When you're ready, you call me up and we'll ship it to you.
CZ.
You ain't getting no real. It ain't all that.
So Dionte, that's a question for you too. Is there a respect attachment to being able to have sex with somebody immediately? You walk out the club and she's like blowjobbing you in the car.
Oh,
And then the next thing you know, she's rodeo riding, and then
See, the difference about that is because chemistry and stuff between a man and a woman, it's undeniable. If you feeling a woman and that she's right back the same way, and you guys are gonna respectfully make a decision to do something about it. And the thing about it is once time passes, it's where they forget you did that on the first night, and now everybody else is a hoe or this or that. And you have to remind them, well, remember when I first met you?
Okay.
Yeah, so let's not talk about my friends or them. Like, you got to continue to stay grounded. Like, everything, I feel like when it comes to the respect, if you're going to hold yourself to a certain disposition, stick to that.
But let me jump in
Be
there.
grounded by that.
Deonte, let me ask you this. Can I tell this to my son? If a woman is all of that the first time she meets you, shouldn't you slow down in your expectations of relationship? I mean, as a single guy, I would be like,
Definitely.
I'm
definitely.
afraid
That's
to
why
go
he
on a
said his
business
way.
trip.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
But the thing is, Marla's the perfect example of how women think that how it goes down. Like, everybody's a video vixen shaking her ass. But it could be a school teacher that's conservative, had little drinks in her, finds him attractive. And I'm not saying she's going to be doing all this stuff in the car. But
So it's
she's
just a
like,
verb. Sex is just a verb. It's just an action.
It
At that point.
depends on how much weight you put in it to it. You put on it. It could be like a nice massage she's giving you. It's whatever.
Is that a vertical massage in a very specific area? So just
but women think that every time it's a one night stand,
Yes.
it's like that one girl that does a one night stand to every guy in LA. She's but women do it, men do it. We all every time we have one night stand, guess who we doing it with? A woman.
Right. Okay, so do you walk away, Sam? Do you ever just walk away? Is there somebody that you get involved with and you just do you deny it? Is there a time you deny sex? She wants to give it to you and you say, you know what? Nuh-uh. Do you regulate ever for her?
Is it an established?
No, I'm asking, has it ever happened? I'm just saying, has that ever happened?
It's happened with me before.
Yeah.
I've told a girl no. Yeah, I have.
Sam, let me ask you this. Kelly in the chat room is saying, do they all have to test drive before they buy? And I think you guys are all saying yes. You wouldn't just, I think she's the one, so I'm just going to hold out.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, you got to know what you're getting. You got to know what you're getting from the manufacturer. You have to know what. I mean, if you are going to be committed to your purchase, yeah.
You got to test it
You
out.
got to test it out. You got to know that the warranty is
Well,
strong.
there's a lot of people who follow the Marla and Dave show and us as well that have is that a different perspective from somebody who's dealing with coming from a Christian basis. So when you see it, is that a worldly concept, or is that just an anatomical nature thing? Half penis, we'll use it.
I like a good Christian woman.
Adrian,
I'm going to speak for my client.
can I, on behalf of my friend Adrian, ladies, please, don't hurt him. We do care about him. He's gonna be okay. Sam, what do you think?
That's funny.
Sometimes going back to the chemistry thing, you kind of know in the back of your head, I like this girl. I could possibly date her. So, there's usually a course of action that can either go this way or go that way. And if you really like someone, sometimes I'll step back and take the other option and just kind of wait and, go on a few dates, and then it's going to happen eventually. So if I really like someone, I'll force myself to kind of slow down. But sometimes things happen.
Okay. Well, are you guys okay with being objectified? Does that bother you? Like, is that a turnoff?
There was a commercial on TV where the guys were walking by and the women were like, "Hey, look at that beefcake!"
Oh,
kind
the
of
car
thing.
commercial.
Yeah. So does that make you uncomfortable?
No, that doesn't make me uncomfortable at all. You know what? I will say big women are very bold, and they have made me look at myself at sometimes and be like,
now our whole audience is
whoa,
going.
okay, now I understand what women go through.
Yeah,
They have made
okay.
me understand. So now I understand now dealing with it. And when you see other men do it to women now, you be like, see, they don't like that. Nah, they don't like that,
We
brother.
don't like that.
Yeah.
Okay, because I know that we have, even if people aren't calling in and chatting, we know that we have a fairly large audience, and people usually hit you later and ask you something. Quickly, right quick, I just want to know, what's your preference? Do you have a type? What are you looking for in a woman?
Good morals, which contains unselfish, family values, like someone who likes to have fun, sense of humor, spontaneous, and
Color?
someone that takes
You don't
care
care? Because Adrian's already,
But make sure you're speaking to the mic, Sam.
I don't think I have a preference.
Okay. Hold that thought. We're gonna hear from everybody else because we can't get out of here because I promise you that my inbox will blow up hey, such and such, Adrian, oh, Dionte, oh, Sam. We'll be right back.
It's time to play the Marla and Dave Love Game. Here are Marla and Dave to explain how it works.
All right, the Mad Love Game, as you know, those of you are listeners of the show.
Mad Family.
It's a game created by Marla and I. It has 3 categories, sex, finance, and communication. It's played by rolling the die. And the 3 categories are represented on the die, as well as the Marla and Dave logo. The Marla and Dave logo means you can choose whichever category you would like. I'm going to pass this down to young Dionte. Let him roll that.
Young D.
Young D.
What's
It's
the snapping of the
communication.
finger? What is
Oh,
that?
wow.
You're not
Okay,
getting any
so
money
let's.
on this roll?
The category is communication. Let's go. This is a good one. Who tends to confess more when they cheat? Men or women?
Everybody can answer. Sam, step up to the mic.
Well, everybody will answer.
Men.
You think men confess more when they cheat?
Yes, absolutely.
Deontay?
Men are forced to.
They have no choice. Sam?
I agree.
And I think the answer was a little obscure, but it says women. 70% of women who have been cheated on had no idea that they had ever been cheated on. So I guess it's not true. Men don't confess as much.
So, ladies, what you learned here is that we have a group of very honest guys. What? Who love to have sex. What? Who are never going to commit to you.
There's always a further discussion question on every card that makes it fun to play with your friends and your family. If you're brave enough to play with your mom, good luck. Is cheating a natural tendency for most men?
Cheating?
Yeah, cheating.
That's kind
You got to get to it. Keep it quick, Adrian.
Okay.
You're representing now.
Look, actually, monogamy is a learned behavior.
Okay.
No.
I kind of read between the lines. No.
I'm gonna say majority, yeah. Not
The-
me, but
major-
what I've
okay.
seen, especially moving to LA.
Okay. Maybe it's a geographical thing. Anyway, thanks for playing the Mad Love Game, guys. We got a new feature coming up.
You can get your Mad Love Game, by the way, at the website, www.marlandave.com. Buy your own and play with your own friends at home. Leave us alone. Go play your games. Anyway.
David is a thinker.
I never do anything without thinking about it first.
Marla is a feeler.
I basically wear my personality on my sleeve.
But when Marla and Dave get together, it's like a match dancing with a firecracker. This is the Marla and Dave radio show on the Universal Broadcast Network.
Okay, I want to introduce our first Mad Monthly fitness inspiration. I've got a video. I've been teaching a class since 2005, and they are so off the chain, I had to record them. Let's hear it. I tried to find a way to get my entire VA class, these are my favorite people in the world, into the studio together, but that wasn't going to necessarily work because they're running things, okay? And not just the forest, and for those of you who are real rangers, you'll understand that there are 3 imposters amongst us. But in the meantime, guys, I wanted to take a couple of minutes and give you guys a chance to just talk quickly about your fitness journey and what fitness is for you and what's allowed you guys to continue and take your fitness to heart. So anybody? You go.
Better health.
Okay, so Danielle, what?
Better health, being a better mom by being healthier.
All right, and so what are some of the strides for you? Like what's one big thing that somebody may think that could never be possible?
I finished the burpee set today.
So these ladies I've been working with everybody since 2005, essentially. And so, well, Elisa's relatively new, but she came in and she had a goal. What was your goal?
Get as healthy and fit as possible.
And did you have a time frame?
Yes, May, which we're not at yet.
But you have already reached the goal, according to the stats I've seen.
Okay, I think so. Could I get more fit?
I don't think that I think that her brain
us. No, I'm just
should
kidding.
probably take a break, but I think she's almost there.
Wait. Carrie.
Oh, no, they didn't. So Josie and Joyce and Sarah, for one statement for people who think that they're in a demographic or a group that should just forget it. It's too late for me.
Okay, this 66-year-old
Did knee surgery and plays tennis now 3-4 times a week.
My blood pressure was under control because I worked out and maintained my weight.
Sarah?
Just get a Team Marla.
Well, my thyroid's healthy. Your thyroid's my thyroid.
So there you go. So for those of you who think that whatever your obstacle is, and I know that you've seen enough of me, so just hear my words. Whatever your obstacle is, you're sitting here right now and you're looking at 6 ladies who will tell you that there is no obstacle other than to put one foot in front of the other and do it. And it can be done. So just stick with the process. Find a fun group of people. Come join Team Marla. So there you have it. I just want to be sure once a month I'm going to bring you various different fitness instructors. And like I said, I know Sam through that particular occupation. And just get moving, guys. You have to make a decision. You have to make a commitment to yourself and do something every day. There you go.
All right, before we get back to our eligible bachelors for today and today's discussion, we're going to go to this week's poll question, which was, which gender do you think is most excited about getting married? And sometimes it was worded on some of the sites as which gender tends to want to be married more, men or women? The results are men 22%, women 78% want to be married.
It's got something to do with our vaginas. I'm just telling you. I have to say that is that
estrogen or is it actually the vaginal opening? What part of the vagina wants to be married?
It just wants to hold something.
That's very interesting.
So there you go.
We don't want them to be disappointed, do we, fellas?
Not at all.
All right. Next week's poll question: are people making a big deal over nothing regarding the lack of diversity amongst this year's Oscar nominees? No, talent is colorblind, or yes, it was whitewashed.
Log on to www.marlaanddave.com. Weigh in on the poll. We want to hear from you. Back to the show.
Can you handle the truth? This is modern American dialogue in a mad world from 2 unique, fresh, transparent perspectives. This is the Marla and Dave radio show.
Nice try, Dionte and Adrian, trying to get out of here without telling us what it is that you're actually looking for in a woman. And would you say that anybody here is marriage material?
Anybody? Any one of us marriage material?
All three. Are you looking to? Would you say you were marriage material? Sam talked about committed relationship.
I think
you
so.
ready?
Yeah.
Not right now.
A redo?
A redo, but not right now.
Okay. What are you looking for? In a woman?
For?
Yeah. Like, what's your preference? If you had to say what it is that you have to have in a woman, what is it?
A vagina.
A clean one. A clean one. A clean one. Not that many bodies associated with it.
I'm single, but please clean.
Relatively unused.
Yeah, relatively unused.
Adrian.
That's funny.
You know,
Preference.
Marla, honestly, I want a woman just like you.
Adrian, you're not getting any brownie
That's a good
points.
one, buddy. That's a good one.
I'm still going to kick your butt when we get on the kickball
You
field.
can be Why would you kick your own team member?
Because that's how he has to be
that's
kept
why
in
we
line.
win.
He
People,
he performs
that's why
better
my
that
team
way.
always wins.
He needs hard coaching. That's what I'm here to do for him. That's the bottom line. Anyway, you know what, ladies? I want to just let you know that a part of what I do as well with the Marla and Dave show, that I lucky for me, I do feel like that I've been able to encounter a lot of people, and I tend to have a very genuine relationship, even if it's in passing. So when you have something in your mind, you don't really know. I love to have the guys in the studio. I love to have the ladies in the studio. And if we don't talk about the reality of dating and being single and because there's a lot of, it's crazy. Like, I just hear so much negativity, and people tell me nobody's out here. Ain't nobody. Obviously, there's 3 very eligible gentlemen here, and there were 2 beautiful women that we have here, and they're all single.
And you heard from the guys, as long as you are the quality person.
And you clean your vagina, you shouldn't
go.
have any problem hooking up with Dionte. And if
But
you're
right
black,
quick,
you got Adrian. And for Sam, just be genuine.
Right quick before we get out of here, Kelly is asking, would any of you guys consider, or have you gone on any online dating sites?
Yes, I have.
How's that working out for you, Adrian?
I'm a lazy dater. I talk with you for a couple of weeks, couple of months, and never connect with you. I'm sorry, I just do it.
He's like,
it's just something to do on the couch.
Yeah, it is.
Just something to do on the couch.
I like to meet persons face to face.
Okay.
No, I am not into the online dating thing.
I've done it, but it's not realistic. It's not as personable. So
You can't feel it.
Every woman loves to travel.
Are you offering
And they
vacations?
all look better in the picture.
They all say that. They love. Every woman loves to travel.
Want you to take them somewhere.
All right, look, don't forget to join us next week for Mad Monday. It gets a little bit more serious here in the studio. We'll be welcoming Dawn Arsenault, who has had her own personal journey with mental illness and has overcome. So we'll find out what it's like to look inside of the mind of somebody who is suffering or has suffered and how she broke through and found that balance. Dawn's story is really seriously nothing short of amazing. Don't forget to join us here. Fellas, pound it up. Don't touch Dionte, anybody here. He's a Packers fan.
Way to go, fellas.
Get away from him.
Hey.
And thank you guys all for coming to the Marla and Dave show. We
Absolutely.
hope you had
Thanks
fun.
for having us. Thank
I'll
you.
be there at
Appreciate
all
it.
your weddings. There
We'll
you
see
go.
you guys next week.